Good afternoon. Welcome to the lesson on section 3.3. This one will be on graphs or graphing systems of linear inequalities. So in 2.8, just a quick review. In section 2.8, we just did a graph of one linear inequality. In section 2.1, we did a graph of system. Actually, I meant to say 3.1. Sorry about that. 3.1 did a graph of system of linear equations. So we've done a system of graphs. We've done linear inequality as one. So now we're going to bring the two together, so you can see how things build upon themselves. So let's go straight to an example. And we'll maybe do two or three. I want to try to keep this video short, so I won't try to do too many today. So number one, let's say you're asked to graph the following. Graph y is greater than negative 2x minus 5, and y is less than or equal to x plus 3. So, as usual, you want to graph each one. And we'll make some tick marks. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, just like before, graph each inequality like usual. And what I'll do is I'll use different colors. Let's use black for that line, and let's use green for that one. So negative 2x minus 5, that should be pretty easy. Negative 5 is right here, down 2 over 1. And because there's no equal, we make it dashed. The little arrows, and its shading will go above. Now for this shading, let's use a yellow highlighter. So the line is black, we'll use a yellow highlighter. Okay. If you have different colors at home, you could do it, or you could just shade in a different pattern if you're using a pencil. Okay, let's go back to the green pen. So now let's graph the next one, x plus 3. That's going to be right here, up 1 over 1. This line's going to be solid. Okay. Now we got to go below. And I'm going to use turquoise to shade. And you notice something kind of cool. Notice how the colors change. So, and actually, let me finish the highlighting for the first one, just so it's a little bit more complete. So, what we're looking for here the overlapping, emphasize we're overlapping shaded region represents the solution to the system of inequalities. So any point that's within the green region, because notice I did turquoise for one line, yellow for the other, but the overlap region was green because of the way the colors mixed. That is the solution. So this right here is going to represent my solution. For example, let's say I were to test 4, 0. 4, 0 should work for each inequality. 0 is greater than negative 8 minus 5? Absolutely. Because that's going to be 0 is greater than negative 13. The other one, 0 is less than or equal to 4 plus 3? Absolutely. Because 0 is less than or equal to 7. So that's what that represents. And that's how we graph a system of inequalities. One last thing, because we are going to do problems like this in class when we meet again. So that was example 1. So now example 2. Let's say I were to give you something like this here. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just being kind of hypothetical. Say we had a region that looked just like this. Give me one sec here. Make sure I'm doing this right. And say these points were 2, 4, 2, negative 4, negative 2, negative 2, and negative 2, 2. And say that inside was shaded. This is the kind of question for sure I'll ask on a test, so you definitely want to make sure you take good notes on this. So test question for sure. So what you want to do is you want to write a system of linear inequalities. So here's how I do it. I'll label the lines. That's line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. Clearly line 1's vertical. So we'll just say x, and it's crossing 2, and it's solid. So I'll say x greater than or equal to 2. For line 4, I'm sorry, I meant to say negative 2. For line 4, that's a vertical line, but now it's a positive 2. That's what I meant to say earlier. Or that's what I meant for that one. So x is less than or equal to 2, because it's going to the left. Remember, it's going to the right. Shading's right. Here the shading's left. For 2 and 3, this is a little bit more complicated. But if you take a look at it, The y-intercept for line 2 is 3. The y-intercept for line 3 is negative 3. And it looks like the slope is up 1 over 2. So y less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, because here the shading is below. And for the other one, the shading is above. Slopes are 1/2 for the first one, for line 2, because you go up 1 over 2. The other one's negative 1/2. So if I change colors up again, you see how again that goes up 1 over 2. Here it goes down 1 over 2. X and X. Y-intercept's plus 3. Here it's minus 3. So that would represent your system inequalities from a graph. So that's working backwards. You'll have a chance to practice this in class tomorrow. So maybe it might help to kind of rewatch this part of the video or kind of look at it a couple times. Just make sure you understand. And of course ask questions tomorrow. Okay, so that's it. And I'll see you guys. Actually, I'm not going to see you guys on Friday. I'm going to be gone for a conference in San Francisco. So actually, I'll see you guys on Monday. So you'll actually have a chance to work on problems like this with your sub. I'm not sure if your sub will know math very well. So, just give your best shot on some of these problems. Help each other out. And if a freshman has an iPad, you could probably watch off the iPad if you need to see that lesson again. Okay, looks like we're all done.